Yeah, and sticking with the buzz about schools, who'd you sit with during lunch? Maybe it was a boyfriend or a girlfriend or even maybe a crush. Well, there won't be any more lunchtime flirtation for middle school students in Kansas. 3 schools in Wichita are implementing single-sex lunches. One of the school's principals says the lunches help students focus on eating and reduces misbehavior. So what do you think? Is this a good idea for students? And what about the kids who have friends that are the opposite sex?
Eating? Since when has school lunch been about eating? It's all about socializing and, finding.
And that's the problem. They're tossing all their food because they've socialized too much. They didn't have a chance to eat. But when it comes to the sex going, as far as separating the sexes, this is middle school. And girls want to be cute, and they feel like, oh, I can't eat too much in front of, the crush. I think it's a good idea. They're still together in the classrooms. They're still together, of course, out at recess and PE, etc. Just when it's time to eat and focus on nutrition, they're separating them. I think it's a good idea. They said in the report that they've noticed a lot less of food is being tossed and a lot more is being eaten.
Huh. This is interesting because I don't remember. This must be a new generation because when I was young, at least in middle school, lunchtime, I was eating. I wasn't chatting with the boys. Susan?
I was chatting all the time. I was definitely a kid who chatted, but I know you had said you were surprised kids even thought that a guy was watching what they eat.
Guys don't care what girls eat.
But girls don't know that.
Girls don't know that. They're, oh gosh, so-and-so Johnny's watching.
We're too busy stuffing our face to have any idea what you're doing. But I'll say this, listen, I have a little bit of a concern here in the sense that, you're separating the sexes and you're kind of prohibiting that social interaction that, kind of needs to happen because what's going to happen? Well, by the time they get to high school, it'll be the first time they ever ate in the same room, and then all of a sudden they're going to go through the same things in high school that they should have gotten out of their system in middle school. So there's that side of it, I think. Let's read some comments online.
All right, Kate Zimpko says, do they think that this will really work? Come on, boys will still roughhouse, girls will still be catty. The only thing it will be is less children to monitor.
Sarah writes, well, a few other schools have done this and showed positive results. So if it works, go for it. John, go ahead.
Yeah, Teresa says, I think it's a great idea, too. They can focus and have more time after they're done eating lunch to flirt and roughhouse, LOL. They will probably eat faster, and that's what's happening. Less food is going to waste because they're actually eating.
Christina Poole says, this is a waste of time. Now there will be more problems, and this will lead to more fights after school because there will be no communication, and that turns into fighting, bullying. I have 3 teen boys, and I understand, but I feel it is wrong.
Yeah, Jackie says, what is it with all the controlling? It is time for the children to socialize and enjoy their food.
Judy Keenum says, interesting concept. There have been some studies that show that single-sex classrooms are better learning environments as well. Might be an option to consider. Most schools have several classrooms at each grade level and could offer that choice.
Gina says, if it helps for girls and boys to eat separately, there may be less hurtful comments made and less eating disorders. However, if the story footage that you guys ran is from that school, I am concerned about the plate size and the piece of pizza. Coming from Kansas, I know there is better food out there than that. But
all right.
that video,
that's a whole other topic.
It's file video. We call it file video.
Yeah, it's just video of school lunches that we found in our system that we're using to just kind of.
We don't even know what state
we're
that's
illustrating the story, but I promise you that's not from the school that we're talking about.
But again, I do remember girls in middle school saying, because they had a crush and they didn't want so-and-so to see them eating a bag of cookies. And I do think the eating disorder problem could kind of creep in. And I like the idea. I really think it's a good idea.
See, I like the girls who eat cookies. It's my kind of girl right there.